So up here in Maine, it was 40 degrees, and then all of a sudden it jumped to 90 degrees 2 days in a row. And so this video is inspired by those 2 super hot days, because you guys are always asking me, okay, so you're always sharing about your frugal tips, your frugal habits, what not to spend on, but what do you think, Kate, is worth it? And today I'm gonna give you 5 things to keep you cool this summer that I think are worth every single penny. Let's get into it. These are simple, they're practical, they don't break the bank. I think total for all these things, it would cost you about $100, and they're worth it, like little luxuries in my opinion. The first thing is the ice roller. Do you have one of these already? If you don't, there's a lot of benefits. Okay, so first of all, rolling it on your face, right? I wrote some notes. Decreases puffiness, especially like when you wake up in the morning and you're like, ugh. You know what I'm saying? So that's number 1. Number 2, it soothes inflammation. It cools your skin if you got any flare-ups. And if you have like a light sunburn or like a post-workout heat, this thing is a lifesaver. Next, it boosts circulation. It stimulates lymphatic drainage, which will like naturally detoxify your skin and give you that glow. And it minimizes pores. This one was given to me actually for Christmas in this awesome gift basket that someone gave me. But the link I'm gonna leave you for Amazon, it's just almost exactly the same, and it's $8. So $8, this is another bonus thing I want you to know about this. My son uses this. We use this for everything. If he has a bug bite in the summer, if you've got a bug bite and you start rolling it, it soothes it so quick instead of scratching it, right? I'm sure there's other ointments and stuff, but this is a help. My son gets growing pains all the time. He's growing and growing, and when his legs hurt. Does anybody else have kids with growing pains? This has been ongoing, so when he does that, he rolls his legs. It helps so much. And also when it's just too hot. It's too hot. Put it on your pulse points, cools you right down. It's an awesome tool. I highly recommend. It's like $8. Don't even hesitate. Get one. I'll leave a link in the description. The next item is the most expensive in this whole list, and it is for sheets that will keep you cooler in the summer. These are cooling sheets. Now, there's 2 to 3 massive benefits of these sheets. So I bought my first set a while ago in the color white, okay? And it made me feel like I was at like a hotel. I love that. The other big thing about these particular sheets, again, I'm gonna link, if you have any questions about these things, I'm gonna link them all in description in a list. You can just click on the link, okay? They have deep pockets. So, you know, it's just me in my bed, but if you have 2 people and you're, you know, moving around and those corners come off, oh my gosh. But even if you're alone, if you're tossing and turning and those corners come off, it is so annoying, right? There's nothing more annoying. So these have super deep pockets to get around your mattress so they don't move, which is huge. They're that material, it's like super soft, but keeps you cool. I love these sheets. So I loved my first set of white sheets so much that I decided to get a second set. And this is why. My backup set of sheets were really like the backup set of sheets. When I put it on the mattress, it's always flinging back. It was not a good fit. Like I dreaded putting on my backup sheets because they were always coming off. They're much older. They're not as comfortable anymore. And I just decided, you know what? Sleep is really important. And if I have an amazing set of sheets and I sleep great when these are on, yes, I could wash them, put them right back on. But I like 2 sets of sheets because I don't always have time to do the laundry when it's time to change the sheets, right? So I think 2 sets of sheets per bed is what makes me comfortable. You might disagree. So I had my not so good pair of sheets and I was just dreading it every time. So I was like, you know what? I'm investing in the second set, and I got them in pink and I'm thrilled. I feel like back when I was like married or in relationships, like I couldn't have the pink things because it just, you know, wouldn't go over as well. And now it's just me, and I was like, I'm gonna pink it up. So I've got pink sheets now. I love them. Like I said, I'm gonna link them down below, but I've got breathable cooling sheets that are perfect for summer. They're $40, and I just think it's worth the investment, not stressing about switching them, and also having sheets that are comfortable, cool, and they feel so good. Like I get into that bed and I'm just in heaven. Love them, love them, love them. Next, now this goes for me year round, and actually all of these, if I'm really thinking about it, all year long, okay? They're all year long, but just because of that hot day, this is on the forefront of my mind. But a bedside fan, if you don't have a bedside fan to me is like, you know, like Pavlov's dogs, that experiment back in the day, when they heard the bell, they would start to salivate. When I hear the sound of my bedside fan, that tells my brain it's time for bed, Kate. So this fan is like $14.99. It's worth every penny, but I actually didn't even buy this one myself because my son knew I needed a new fan, and his dad, my ex-husband, got this as part of my Mother's Day gift because they knew my other fan I've used, I think for over 13 years. I think I got it like 13 years ago, and it's like, it was dying. It was dying, and it wasn't doing its job anymore. And sometimes, guys, you got to just keep moving on, right? It's like $15. They got this for me, and I use it. I use a fan year round for the sound and for its cooling effects. Because I'm also one of those people, one leg in, one leg out, get a little too cold, leg goes back in, get a little too hot, one leg comes back. No matter what, it doesn't matter. But I'm also, you know, it's just my style. It's what's comfortable for me. But anyway, bedside fan. I don't know how people don't do that. But I know. Some people don't like any sound. I need a fan, and it feels amazing. Number 4, again, year round. I'm going to talk about underwear for a second, because I think in a woman's life, we need comfortable underwear, okay? And these, again, are like breathable, run-of-the-mill, simple, fruit of the loom underwear. You can get them in any color that you want, but these are my favorite for just like work week, just regular, when I'm exercising, the average everyday underwear. It's under $20, and they're that pair that's not like riding up all the time or rolling down where your tummy is. Like, I just feel like they fit really nicely. They're breathable, perfect for summer, but really all seasons. And if you don't have good underwear, I feel like that's really annoying. I feel like it's really annoying on a daily basis if I don't have underwear that fit well. So listen, I know we don't spend money on ourselves a lot, but if you don't have a good solid underwear, I know some of you are like, why is she talking about this? But it's important. So take the time, get underwear that fit and that are comfortable. It literally makes my getting dressed a better experience when I know I've got this on as a base. It's just the way it is. Okay, number 5. Remember, we're talking about practical luxuries that are worth every penny. And this is something I just learned where I get all my valuable information, but TikTok. Now, if you've heard this term before, I know this initial term, it's called the double cleanse. There's another way of doing it, but the like viral social media way of doing this, I'm gonna explain it to you. Now, I didn't really think about this a lot, and maybe this is like second nature for you guys. So if it is, you know, great. But if you've never heard of double cleansing, I've said it to 3 people in the last 2 days before I'm saying it to you, and they had no idea what I was talking about. Okay. To feel luxurious in the shower, invest in doing a double cleanse. What that means is, first, you use a bar soap. Now, the 2 that I would recommend, if you have sensitive skin or, you know, just like run-of-the-mill, need to cleanse yourself, like Dove sensitive bars are really good, right? That's not going to wreak havoc on your skin. The point of the first cleanse is to really scrub and clean and get the oil off you, the dirt, all the stuff. So use your bar soap first, do full body. You can use a washcloth, really get behind the ears, get in all the places, right? With your bar soap to cleanse. That's getting the dirt out, the oils, the sweat, like really clean. Then you rinse off, okay? And then you go in with that loofah, you know, the poof, right? And you use a yummy smelling thing. Now, this is very cheap. It's like $3. It's the Suave Sweet Pea and Violet. It says uplifting. This is my favorite one right now, and it has been for a little bit. So then you take the poof, and then you do full body again, but this is more to smell good longer. So you're doing the heavy duty with the bar first. And I know some of you are thinking right now, this is overkill. You don't have to do it. If this is not for you, don't do it. But I'm telling you, I'm smelling good longer. I'm feeling fresher, and it feels just like it makes my showers a little bit more relaxing and luxurious, and I feel super clean. So I'm gonna leave the links to this just in case this is a smell you're interested in, but it does not matter. You don't need Suave. It could be Dove body wash. It could be any kind of body wash that you know, Bath and Body Works. But I remember a friend asking me a long time ago, do you just use the poof or do you use a bar soap, whatever? And anyway, this is what I'm doing right now, and it feels fantastic. Especially ladies, if you are in like a hormonal phase where you might break out more, if you're in perimenopause, menopause, this is helping. I unfortunately sometimes get acne on my neck and sometimes up here, and this is helping me. I'm personally using the Dial Gold. That's too harsh for some people, but right now that's working for me. I don't know if this is anything you guys think about on the regular, but just regular hygiene and feeling that extra freshness just feels so good. So try a double cleanse. Again, this costs like $3. Bar soap is only like a couple dollars a bar. The sponge thing is just a few dollars. And then just use any washcloth that you've got in your house. You've probably got some of those, of course. So let me recap, right? These are all very affordable, very small things that make my life better at this phase in this season of life. Okay, ice rollers, number one. Number two is those comfortable sheets, because your sleep is very important. And if you've got yucky sheets that are not promoting good sleep, wait no longer. Number three, bedside fan. Bedside fan? Oh my gosh. It's such a important part of my life, like bedside fan, if you don't have one yet. If you can't stand it, again, any of these don't make sense to you, ignore me, keep going. But if any of them do, think about it, because it's gonna make your life just this much better. Number four, underwear that fit well, breathe well, and feel good. Non-negotiable. And five, the small little materials to double cleanse, bar soap and a yummy body wash. You're gonna feel and smell brand new. It's awesome. Give it a whirl. If you're trying to remember anything I said, in the description box of this video, I'm gonna list everything so that you know what I just said, so you don't forget, and you can just click right on the link and go right there to save you time. Guys, let me know in the comments, what are some tiny, practical, or maybe they're even a little bit bigger than tiny. What are some practical luxuries that are gonna keep you cool this summer so that we can all learn from you and possibly invest in that? Because frugal living is not just about being cheap. It's not about being cheap. It's about using your resources wisely, okay? So these are small things that are gonna make your life better. And I need to know from you, what are you guys doing? Because again, like the double cleansing, who talks about double cleansing? Nobody talks about that. So turning you on to it, now probably everywhere you're gonna hear about double cleansing. But let me know your secrets. What are you doing? What's keeping your skin amazing? What's working for you? Guys, spill the tea. All right, if you haven't subscribed, hit subscribe so you never miss a video. If you like this video, I'm gonna leave another one for you to watch next right here so we can continue our conversation. Thank you for being here. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.